take our freedom, bro. But you know what they'll never take, bro? Our freedom! That's right, bro.
Like Fred Durst. Like, there he is.
Do it for the nookie.
Every time I hear someone say first things first, my head always goes to the chocolate straw fish is my man Fred Durst. Excess Hollywood license to kill. A redneck fucker from Jacksonville. No, that was off hot dog flavored water, I believe.
Yeah, I never got into that album.
You really weren't missing anything, so.
I know. When I hear First Things First, I think of the Cheesecake Factory rap. The terrible song. Absolutely horrible. If you can find it, listen to it. Hey, it's Old Man Lissick, and here's the other old man. Yes, I could get dramatic. The purpose of the video, Dad, and I hate to spoil the joke, was to take dramatization to an exaggerated level because I like making fun of things in terms of exaggeration. So there you go. Joke's ruined. Show's over. Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Just ruined it all.
Yeah, when you got to explain the joke,
we're done.
It's over.
Great. Googly moogly. My freedoms. Should we just start with that? Just get it the fuck over with. So
I'm going to use freedom to get freedom. What?
Right? I think I can use freedom to get freedom. And then when the freedom's done, I'm going to have nachos.
After I get out of the hot tub from smoking weed in it, man.
Yeah, I think Chad told me that. I got to find something to back that up.
Please, yes.
Just like, yeah, I don't fucking know. Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy, hoy.
I'm pretty sure it was Chadney that said it to me. And yeah, I'm almost positive that. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, Chadney, I believe, told me that he had seen a video or a picture or of something that there was some guy sitting in a hot tub, like one of those portable hot tubs, smoking weed at the Ottawa blockade. Which, hey, man, if that's how you want to express freedom, okay. But remember, when you think that we live in a fucking, the Nazis are ruling Canada, that and we live in a fucking communist country, that you'd be probably killed and arrested for sure for doing that.
Yep.
Just saying. So
you want a dictatorship? Look at Russia. Even Putin not being as bad as Stalin, he's still not great.
Wait, are you putting me on?
I see what you did there.
You see, it's because Putin. And it's like Putin. No. Okay.
You're fired. You are fired.
Hot tub. Smoking weed. Let's see what we can find here. No, I don't see anything about that. But
might be a tall tale.
Maybe. But there is something in the chat actually. So we can just get off this convoy shit. It is fucking what it is. Same shit as last week. I did want to discuss something with you that I should have brought up before we even started talking here.
Makes good fodder for the show.
Yes. So what do you know about the character Gassy Jack?
Ooh. Vancouver character.
Yes.
I think there's a pub named after him out here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all I know of the famed person. I don't know any of his history, and I've never been to that pub, so I cannot be said that I have supported this person in any way, shape, or form.
So Gassy Jack apparently was involved in getting the neighborhood of Gastown together in British Columbia. Okay. So recently it has come to light that he apparently back in the 1800s, he died in 1875, that he took a 14-year-old bride.
Whoa.
And of course now, because it's 2021, over 120 years later, everybody's offended and disgusted by this man.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I know it's just a show. I realize, but this is the way things used to be. And I realize this is a television show, the one I'm about to talk about. If you remember, if you've watched Game of Thrones, they actually said the line, like, they married them off when they were like 14, like very, very young. And that, like, right away when they started to, when they got their menstrual period, that they would be married off and like, hey, we need to get a kid in you. Because remember, people only lived till they were like 21 and a half back in like those times, right? So it was like, we need to fire off, keep the bloodline going.
Yeah.
Bro science, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm trying to figure out, but anyway, so now they're...
Dad,
Okay,
do you
so-
have a source you can cite on that?
So
you see Dad's comment?
According to, yeah, I see that. So according to Wikipedia, he married Qual Hall, which is known by the name Madeline Daglight, and according to the 1921 census, was born in 55 or 56. Others say that it was 1940. She told Vancouver activist Mayor J.S. Smith she was about 12. And when she married the gaslight guy in 1870, sorry. So she's claiming to be 100. So this is the problem right now. So unless people can find evidence to this, so this is saying, records are saying that she was okay, that she was born in 1855 or 1856, and that she married Gassy Jack in 1870. So that would make her 15 or 16 when she married him. He was born in 30. So he was 40.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyways, I had to tell all that stories because this is actually down was by Granville, apparently. So the statue was put up, and so he married this woman. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this all. But so anyways, I'm saying this because they ended up toppling the statue on February 14th.
Oh, wow.
And painting it and defacing it and coloring it red.
Okay.
Because he's a pig. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and me and Chad had a long discussion about this. I guess my mic's blocking my face.
And in old people terms, that means 10 minutes. And then he had to go have a nap.
We were on the phone for 2 hours almost on Wednesday.
Whoa.
Just bullshitting. Now, you may not agree with him marrying this young girl. And, of course, these times, that's really frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Who, I ask, gives anybody the right to deface and destroy public property? You may not agree with this, but to tear down a statue and paint it, this is public property.
It's a form of protest. It's got to be done.
But that's a violent protest. They destroyed public property. No matter how you may not agree. Hey, it was the same as the General Lee down south. I don't. Again, I think Butt Blaster Brody said it best about that. The South is the first people to get a participation trophy.
Yeah.
You lost. Why was there ever even a statue up for him? And it's a good call. It's the same with this guy. You may not agree with that he married that young girl, which is like nowadays is unfathomable, right? This is over 100 years ago.
Take care, Dad. Thanks for stopping by.
Bruce, thanks for stopping by. This is 160 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Right? 160 years. And again, I'm not condoning what he did. But things have changed. But going and destroying a statue, painting it, and defacing public property, it's no different than if there were this may sound stupid. This is like, we don't agree with what Terry Fox said. We don't like one-legged people running. We're going to tear a statue down. You can't just go around because you don't like so. Well, I guess you can apparently just go tear something down and be like, yeah, we don't like this. So we're tearing it down.
It offends my sensibilities.
Well, okay, so you get a bunch of tree huggers to go to Mackenzie and burn the fucking tree crusher. That offends me. It wrecked trees. The tree, like, have you ever seen Fern Gully? There's like fairies that live in them, and you kill trees. Like,
and anyone who is ever involved in logging or the forestry industry must be put to death, say the tree huggers. Well, then we got a problem.
Cake or death. So, 19th century bar owner married a 17-year-old Squamish girl. Yeah. But yeah, they tore it down, painted it. And again, so if this is the way things should go? Is if you're don't like something and you have enough people to back your thoughts, then you should just be able to tear shit down?
Yeah, instead of going the longer but probably better way of petitioning and having people sign a petition and presenting it to city council saying we would like this taken down, no longer represents the values of the community, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they vote on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, and you read the story, if this is what happened. So it was actually his niece he married.
Oof, even worse.
But okay. Now, this is that issue we have nowadays. According to Squamish oral history, the young child bride eventually ran away from her much older husband when she was 15. Okay, so this is just oral, so hearsay?
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay, but what I'm getting at is you can't, like, you should not be allowed to destroy public property.
Yeah.
That goes for anything like that. I mean, as much as the shitty thing, like, yes, it is not good that he married his 12-year-old niece. He's a piece of shit. He is. But they didn't tear down the General Lee statue. It was finally taken down by the government and the city. But, like, I just don't understand it. What do these people just think it's okay just to start tearing things apart? Right?
Well, that's the knee-jerk reaction in this day and age. And now it depends on why. It depends on what the reason is. If it's like a gassy Jack kind of reasoning, then they use that as their excuse. If it's something more mundane, then they'll probably go through a legislative process, which makes more sense. But knee-jerk in this day and age, knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. So I'm just reading here. So in a statement, Vancouver Mayor Kennedy Stewart said the city of Vancouver has been consulting with the Squamish Nation on how to remove the status and knowledge of his harmful legacy. Okay, cool. But you're... I can't say anything more. I'm going to get myself in trouble.
One would think, Chad, that there would already be laws on the books that send a pretty clear message to 40-year-old men applying for marriage licenses to wed minors, especially minors that are related.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but then no. This march started back in 1992. Okay, when loved ones and supporters gathered on February 14th. Okay, I know people might take this the wrong way. Okay, listen, dum-dums. Don't put it on a fucking holiday. That's not really, but a day where the last thing people are thinking about would be the lost lives of Indigenous women. Don't put it on a day where basically every person in the world is now, this is guaranteed lay day. I'm not trying to be an insensitive prick, but choose like February 23rd. Don't choose a day it's synonymous with something else already. I didn't even know this was a thing until I just read this.
But that's the great thing about activism in this day and age. You get to learn things about history. Now, maybe some of it has been distorted over time, and then we have to verify the source and we have to read it for ourselves. But still, we learn. It's all a learning experience, which is great.
Yeah. But I think they need to change the day because it's more people. I think more people would be aware of it if they just change the day. It might actually help
Maybe.
their cause a bit.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in case anyone thought we forgot, we haven't forgotten. I don't know what the count is at this point. I've seen varying numbers between a few thousand and up to 5 or 6 thousand, but they're still finding graves. I think the latest one was in either Saskatoon or Prince Albert, the latest grave site. So we haven't forgotten. I would love to be able to verify the numbers around the country so I could present something and say this is the source. That would be great, but we haven't forgotten.
No, so a lot of us haven't, but it's funny how it seems God, that's such not a good way to say it, but that's just it's weird how we kind of hello wanka how we kind of it's not in the headlines and it should be. And I wish we would have more of the residential schools out there with
Numbers.
the protesters. Oh, and the numbers, of course, right?
Yeah, yeah. And since she's here, I got to play her intro. Give me a second.
Nice.
Just in case Heather forgot why she was here.
Yeah. So as I just read, to date, the center has documented 4,118 children who have died at residential schools.
Ooh.
That was as of September 29th, 2021.
Jesus, that's what, 5 months ago now.
Yep. I do have a picture here. It says 6. Oh, that looks like the number's actually been kind of effed up on there, but I am seeing a number here that says 6,509. That is disgusting.
That's way too much. One is too much, but good Lord, that's a lot.
Now, when you say that, Ryan, that it's fueled by people's delusions, I think a lot of it now comes from people just want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And they feel that if I latch on to, and whether it's right, left, middle, however you want to put it, whatever they're grasping to, that's kind of maybe what they're doing. Like, I don't know what, I can't speak on delusions. I don't know that. So
I have heard that in this day and age, these past few generations, most of them have not had any great societal claim to fame. And what I'm saying with that is, and I'm taking this from other people, that they've never fought in a war, so they don't have that kind of I guess if you want to call it gravitas to fall back on. Yeah, they have no great war to be a part of, so they've got to find some other great cause to attach to.
Oh, maybe.
Adrenochrome. That's great. It's great because it's so far out there, and I think that can be traced back to some troll post, but still, just like everything else on the internet, people took it and exploded it. And good Lord, you bring up that word, some people go absolutely crazy with it. They'll go on and on and on and on.
See, I've never even heard that before. So
what? You've never heard of adrenochrome?
No.
No. Oh, wow.
No, I have not. And now I feel like I need to go look it up just because you guys are so excited talking about it.
You do. It is kind of hilarious. It's also really strange.
Adrenochrome. All right. Oh, yeah. Is it? Oh, a chemical compound. Oh, wait, is it like a blood harvesting conspiracy, apparently?
Yeah, a baby or children's blood. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all I needed to fucking read. Wow.
Yeah, this feels to me more like an extension of the satanic panic from the 80s and 90s. This is the next evolutionary or de-evolutionary step in that kind of storytelling.
Yeah, maybe. Like that's oh fuck. That's so weird, eh? Like this, eh, wow! It's just like it feels like it's just an extension, like to me, of religion. You know,
Yes.
like it's almost like they read something and they go, "Well," it's like how you get so many different like things of Christianity, right?
Mhm.
Like different forms of God, and I always wonder, like, when you got off in these weird catacombs, if you will, of things like this, was it just like something that people took from one of those joke things called the Bible and just went, "Oh, I'm gonna just read this into this, and then this is gonna lead me to this, and this is what we'll call it."
Yep. Yeah,
You
that's
know?
why you have so many different branches of American Christianity. Never mind Christianity all over the world in general.
Yeah, exactly. The McMartin trial in the States.
Ugh, that disgusts me when people, whether it's in a movie or in real life on the internet in a forum, when they bring up Satan and people are possessed by Satan and it's the work of Satan and the devil or it's the work of demons. That's when I stop taking that person or that group of people seriously, because attributing the evil that someone does to being possessed by Satan or the work of Satan, that to me is saying people are inherently good, which some of them are not. And we have many examples of that. Some people are just evil pieces of shit. You can't blame it on Satan. That's just a scapegoat, a fictional scapegoat, I'll say.
Fuck, Slipknot said it best: "People equal shit.
Yes. Yeah.
People equal shit."
Yes, Heather, North American conspiracy theories, they're entertaining. I think they have roots partly in entertainment. And I've been watching quite a few European, mainly English folk horror movies. Rawhead Rex is an example from 1986. Oh, after the show last week, and this is somewhat coincidental since Heather was in Scotland, I watched a movie after the show from 2016 called The Unkindness of Ravens. It's a short film filmed in Scotland. It's different. You'll know whether or not you're going to like it in the first 15 minutes because of the way it's shot and put together. I thought it was decent. Um, During the 2021 Vancouver International Film Festival, there was this 4-hour documentary that I watched called Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, a history of folk horror. And it goes into depth with regards to folk horror, mainly starting in England and that area, but then expounding on folk horror and old wives' tales around the world
Oh,
and
okay,
how that's made into fictional storytelling, into movies in particular.
see, and that was my question: was like, what exactly is folk? So, like, you're talking like Wolfman and kind of that kind of shit. Is that what you're getting at? And like Kubla
Uh,
Kadri and shit.
Kinda, it's more in terms of old wives' tales and, oh, for
Hmm.
example, witches, like the Salem witch trials.
Yes.
Um, really Mysterious had mentioned last week that we should watch the TV show Hilarious House of Frightenstein.
Yeah.
I saw the intro and the outro. Vincent Price is in the
Oh yeah.
intro,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is great. He
Yep.
was in a movie from, I think, 1968, somewhere around there, called Witchfinder General. And uh, some of the priests and the high orders in religious circles at that time, they used their power to a disgustingly greedy degree, particularly with Vincent Price's character in Witchfinder General, where if a woman didn't do something he wanted, he accused that woman of being a witch.
Hmm.
And then once a person in his power makes that accusation, people automatically believe it. And then that woman is eventually burned at the stake. So drawing back, folk horror, witches, tales that people pass around to each other as campfire tales or bedtime stories or whatever. Yeah, expanding on that.
It's kind of like you said that, and I right away went to thinking about the Simpsons when they had that on one of their Treehouse of Horrors, and like Marge ended up being a witch. Remember that one when Homer's running and like they're in my hair, they're in my hair, and the bats are. But anyways, like they're like, well, who are we gonna burn this week? And Wiggum's got his feet up, like, yeah, we're gonna, because it's just turned into basically like, I could be like, oh, like Kim. put a spell on me, and they would just burn them.
Yes.
Like it was that crazy, right?
I look back on the Salem witch trials, for example. I did some reading for a website called, oh shit, I can't even remember, LibriVox, where anyone can read passages from pretty much any old text that is in the public domain, and then upload that as part of an audiobook. So I did some of the Salem witch trials, and I liken the logic that people used at that time to try and find out who was a witch or who was accused of being a witch to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Oh, how do you know she's a witch? She weighs as much as a duck. She's made of wood. It's that kind of stupidity.
Yeah. Now, Heather, I know you're a listener, but I love that movie.
I think it's a good movie.
I love
Alan
Robin
Rickman.
Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah, Alan. Yeah, and that line with, "Why would you use a spoon? Because it would hurt more, you idiot." And then when he kills him with the sword, he's like, "Well, at least it wasn't a spoon," right? Like, oh, I love that movie.
Join us or die. Fucking
Yeah.
love that line. Alan Rickman was so great in that movie.
And that is insane. Like, and so now that Heather says that, again, like I'm gonna so now I wonder, because I'm hooked on Game of Thrones right now. Is that like how if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, like just the twists and turns and everybody's stabbing everybody in the back? It's just like, I wonder if this is what it was really like. Like, has it always been like this? Like everyone's always just trying to fuck everyone else over? Because we said it last week. Once people get power or they want power, they're never going to give that power up.
That's usually how it goes, yeah.
And they become greedy for more power.
Yeah. There's a famous line in The Matrix Reloaded that the Oracle says, "What do men with power want? What do all men with power want? More power."
Yeah. And that being said, Heather, that was actually, I don't know if you ever saw Robin Hood, Prince or Men in Tights. The gentleman that plays Robin Hood says, "I actually speak with an English accent."
Oh, yeah. I think that was Cary Elwes, and that was a Mel Brooks film.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I it's funny. People, they'll say like, "Oh, you can't make a movie like that now." Yeah, you could.
Sure, you could.
Just don't go. Jim Jeffries on the second. I was talking about last week how I listened to his second special called Freedom, right? Yeah. And he does a big bit about Bill Cosby being a rapist.
Yep.
And he says, and people say, "Well, you can't make jokes about rape." And he's like, "Actually, you can." He's like, "And I think I did a pretty good job of it." Right? But then he says, a woman does a review on his show, and he's like, "You can't just read my material." Because he's like, I've made my whole life into like, I'm able to deliver this and make this sound funny, and it's the delivery and the hi Rebel, it's the flow of his voice, right? But when you just read, "Oh, I think being raped by Bill Cosby wouldn't be that bad," it's like, oh my God. But it's out of context. Hello, Rebel.
The exact same thing was said 40 plus years earlier by Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce, yep.
When Lenny Bruce was on trial, one of the many times he was taken in for obscenity, he said that pretty much the same thing, that he's able to deliver his lines in a particular way that makes it funny. And when you simply read it verbatim, there's no comedy there.
No, exactly. Because you're just, you're reading it.
Yeah.
We've heard, I mean, albeit there was drugs involved, but one time Nathan Blackler read a fucking phone book and we were all ripped on mushrooms. It was the funniest thing in the world. But it was the way he was reading it. That was, I mean, I remember Corey Callio was laughing so hard he was crying. I'll never forget, he was wearing a purple Nike sweatshirt and so up to the elbows was soaked because he was rubbing tears away. And all Nathan did, we were at Darren Harris's house, was read a fucking phone book. And then we thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Then
Bravo,
again,
get out of there.
Back then, and I haven't talked to him in years, but back then, Nathan could take pretty much anything and make it funny. He had that gift of comedy, and even with insults as well. Anything he could take and make it funny. That was one of the things I remember about him. He was on the ball when it came to improv.
Yes. And see, I've been told that too. Like, I can be funny when I'm like on the sperm of the moment, just going. But it's like to sit there and actually write something, I couldn't do it. If I'm going just off the cuff of my head, it can be pretty funny. But yeah, if someone's like, well, you need to sit and like write this shit out, it's like, we have nothing in front of us aside from some articles that we bring up. This is all just free balling.
Yep.
And on the sperm of the moment. So anything that we talk about usually is, just, yeah, like I'm sure we'll have a video or we'll find the odd thing here or there, but most of the times we're just completely spitting shit out.
Jesus. Ernbrr. Did you have a stroke while there? Is that
I was at the pub tonight. She was like, I gotta get home. My Canadian friends are on. To the trolley. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about, actually.
Is that a license plate number?
Yeah. Call it in. There it is right now. Inbrun. Ironburn.
What I did see last week, Heather, when you mentioned it, was
Go ahead.
Daniel Boone's Beautiful Sunday from that TV show, Still Game, the slosh dance. That was interesting. It was all right. Is that what you do in the pub with your mates?
I'm
the Lord of the Dance.
Yeah. Fuck Michael Flatley. It's me. So Ironbruh. This is totally like Ironbruh. Iron Brew, Scots. It's a Scottish carbonated drink. I've never heard of this. Scotland's other national drink after whiskey. Yeah. It's a drink produced in Westfield, Cumbernauld, North Lancashire by this dude of Glasgow. All right. It's available throughout the world. It's usually bought where there's a significant community from Scotland. The brand also has its own tartan. It's been a top-selling shit. No, I've never even heard of this. Let's see if this is available for us Canucks here.
Always at a win. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of like, well, this is a terrible example here.
Oh my Jesus.
The majority of weddings I've been to, when people dance to something, and I hate this, it's the chicken dance.
Except for if it's a Darash wedding.
Disavow. I disavow the chicken dance entirely. I won't do it.
It's American Pie. All right. So here, Kate, here's a little taste, Heather, my Yorkshire lass, about how stupid America is. Ironburn and Diet Ironburn have been formulated since 2002, but they had to meet the regulations for food coloring for the United States Food and Drug Administration. That's why it is not sold in America.
Food coloring. Ugh.
Food coloring.
Had to be a certain color.
Yeah. I'm just reading it right now. Maybe it is. It says illegal. Yeah, due to FDA restriction on color, additives, and labels, it is specifically formulated. Yeah, so it doesn't have proper dye. Great Scott International has been the sole importer. Oh, maybe it is actually. But they had to change the dye. So that's how fucked up it is, Heather. They had to change dye in a drink, but you could buy a fucking automatic rifle in the States. It's the same as you can't have a Kinder Surprise. They do not sell Kinder Surprises in the States because it's a choking hazard to children.
Yeah.
Now, Heather, if you don't know what Kinder Surprises, it's like a chocolate egg, and it has like a little yellow egg inside, a little yellow capsule inside this egg, that once you split the egg apart, you take this little yellow thing out and you open it up, and it's a toy for kids. And it's not sold in the USA because there's a choking hazard for children. Yeah, I wonder. I got to see if maybe we have it in Canada. That's in America. Because I would actually really like to try this now. Now she has my
interest peaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, and I saw this on some, I don't know if it was behind the scenes or undercover restaurant show, that salmon. salmon has to be a certain color because its natural color is like some strange gray. So they have to use food coloring to make it look pink, which is stupid because it looks unappealing to the consumer. So it has to be a certain color. Just like with some cheeses, they have to be dyed a certain color, like cheddar cheese. That has to be dyed orange.
Now, you can get white cheddar. Now, sounds really stupid. When Cohen was younger, he couldn't have red dye. Orange cheese is red dye. Like his grandfather, not Ashley's sperm donor, but like her mother's dad, they gave him a fucking cream soda one time. He was fucking hanging off the goddamn roof like the kid in Trainspotting because he was just fucking buzzed. And you know what, Heather? I think I need an honest thing on how good this drink is because I can order this. I'm Brian from Amazon.ca. A 6-pack is $50.
Iron Brew, I think is how it's pronounced.
Iron Brew. Iron Brew, bro.
Iron Brew.
A 12 pack. I'm just gonna let me go to the phone and I'll Amazon this shit. To the Amazon. Iron. Damn you, sausage fingers. Bruh.
I'm not much of a drinker, Heather, so I probably won't indulge in it.
Yeah, holy fuck. A 6-pack of this shit is $50.
Whoa.
Yeah, and this is like the packaging.
It looks like pop.
It totally looks like pop. Imported from Scotland, hard to find in the USA. Bestseller in Scotland, beats both Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Combines 32 flavors of unique taste and resembles cream soda with a hint of citrus.
I don't remember seeing Jolt Cola in stores until I was 13 and I found one at 7-Eleven. I was in grade 8. The first time I tried it, I was wired. But after that, it's just like other drugs. Had to take more and more to get the same effect. Eventually, I gave up on it. But it was good for a short while.
I remember the first time I had it, I actually bought it when Chevron was still up and running.
Yeah.
So that's where I remember it from, with Chevron. So, Ryan, do you remember the time the girls broke fucking Guido's, or was it Silver's, rocking chair? And I had to sit inside with Dad and the Greek and keep them fucking occupied while you and Chris and James tried to glue the chair back together. And I don't think it even worked, which I was okay with because I got to hang out with the Greek and fucking George all night while Ryan and Chris and James, drunk as fuck, were trying to fix this chair. Like it was a wooden rocker. I don't know if it was. I think it was. Don't know if it was Guido's or Silver's. Or maybe Guido. I don't think Guido and Silver are the same guy. Are Guido and Silver the same guy? But yeah, I remember they broke it. I had to hang outside with fucking Dad and Rob.
Oh,
it was Chris that broke it. Chris. Guido was the one that made it. Guido and Silver aren't the same, right? Guido was your mom's dad, correct? Or Silver and are the same. Okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah, Guido and Silver. Yeah, because I remember you were like, you need to go outside to keep Dad and Rob busy. And yeah, I sat there and fucking got drunk with them while they tried to fix the chair because Chris broke it. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking broke the back. Yeah. So.
I only remember being to Ryan's place a few times, and one of them we were partying in the basement.
Yeah, I remember partying in the basement. Yep. Yeah. Where did we party all the time? We partied at Dyka's a few times. I don't know if you were there for those. I remember partied once or twice in your basement.
Yeah, twice.
Penny's a couple times.
Yeah.
Kim's April's a couple once. Times. April's once. The trailer, my place once. That was it, I think. And everything else was outside, I think.
House on Selwyn a bunch.
Oh, well, Sel wasn't counting Selwyn. Oh, fuck.
Okay,
a bunch?
All right. Gataga.
Fuck, every weekend. Gataga was one of my favorite camping trips ever.
22 mile.
Awesome. 22 mile a lot. Never Morphe.
Oh.
I work with the town. I am actually the garbage truck operator.
That's why the show is called Alex and the Garbage Man.
Yeah, I'll actually bring up a picture of the truck I run, just so you have an idea. I love my
And
I love my job. So
and trivia for you, Heather. Uh, what was I gonna? I was gonna say Nick came up with the name of the show, and it was just so simple. I thought it's got a bit of a ring to it. Yeah, let's go with that.
yeah, it worked really good. Yep.
Yes,
Oh yes, we did party at your
once.
place.
I remember once.
No, well, okay, maybe no, a bunch of times. See, Trevor's parents and Chadney's parents, because I was best friends with Chad's younger brother, and we could be chilling out in the basement. And this my favorite one was Trevor. We were just playing 64, I think, and Trevor's like, "Hey, you want a party tonight? We get drunk." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get drunk." And Trevor's like, "Okay, Dad, we have a party tonight." And all I hear is Ted go, "How many people?" Trevor's like, "How many people?" I'm like, "Oh, 10, 15. 10 or 15? Yeah, okay. Okay, give me the phone book." And I started fucking...
A million years, Heather. If I were to last a million years and
And
I could figure out what your job was. A million years. Come on, I could probably figure it out in 100 years.
Hey, just so you know, Heather, because you don't know this yet, Alex loves when people are very sarcastic like that.
Yeah.
He'll always be like, "Yeah, a million years. 1 million years, right? Uh-huh."
One actual million years. I'm in the moving and storage industry. Yes.
I'm trying to find a garbage truck that's like my truck, but I can't. I can find similar ones, but I can't find my truck.
Yeah, I remember the East Fraser Golf Tournament. I got 1 year in one of their raffles or whatever it was. I won this big flashlight that took, I think, 6 AA batteries to operate, and it wasn't even that great. I mean, phones, the camera phone, the light on my phone is way brighter than that thing was. Massage therapist says, "Oh, that's Chad's gas. All right." Now, Chad, why would you say that? Are you just throwing out random occupations, or you got something behind that?
Orthopedic surgeon.
What's up, Corey?
Corey's a crabber.
Yeah, Corey's in the
And not the
fishing
venereal
industry.
kind either.
Oh, maybe in
You're an
the.
Undertaker? Yes!
That is awesome.
That is fucking... Do you know Undertaker the wrestler by chance?
Is the the Final Destination movie series one of your favorite? Because Tony Todd is awesome.
Fuck yeah, Heather. That is awesome. That is fucking sweet. That is awesome. 100%.
Yeah, having to embalm bodies and drain fluids and touch up the faces so it looks all pretty.
Yeah, we already heard Corey.
Yeah, well, that's the Emergency Measures Act and people being asked to leave. All that's doing is empowering people who are still there and making martyrs out of them. They're happy to be arrested. I bet they'll post, they'll if they get paperwork saying you were arrested for this, they will frame it and they will post it.
Yep, I think you're right.
It is a very interesting line of work. I've watched some TV shows with regards to what undertakers do, and it is an industry.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Hey, that'll get you death and taxes, right? So,
yeah.
See, I can't bring up a big picture of my garbage truck. I love my garbage truck. I really do. I love my job, and I think it's because like I like children, right? I like seeing kids happy, and kids love the fucking garbage man. Like they go nuts when they see the truck. Kids go fucking crazy when they see the garbage truck.
And in this day and age, you can tell kids that it is a good profession to be in because it's benefits, it's guaranteed hours, your union, I think.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Dude, I make great money.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know why people would ever even say that. Like a talent job is a great job.
Yeah.
It's a very great job. Yeah, I love my job.
Well, Heather, if you got to go, we really appreciate you being here at all.
Yeah, we do. I really look forward to seeing you, Heather. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just it. That like Chad just said, Heather. Yeah, like the job that's always gonna be around, right?
Yep.
So, you know. Though I do agree with what George Carlin said. How graveyards are just a huge graveyards are a huge waste of land. Graveyards and golf courses.
I was thinking about that today. Yeah, graveyards and um, and garbage dumps. I was thinking of because you need more and more land for those. No matter how much you pound down all the trash in the ground, you're
Yep.
still going to have to get more land, and eventually, what we're just going to have acres and acres of both garbage dumps and cemeteries, and then room for nothing else.
Yeah, pretty
Jesus.
much, right? Yeah.
You're not going, oh, well, thank you. We appreciate it. Now, Heather, you were saying North Yorkshire is getting snow, which is daft. Like, but it's February. One would think because you're on a similar parallel to us. And, well, I don't have snow. I don't know about Nick, but one would think you'd be getting snow there anyway.
We got a little bit of snow the other day, but it's already gone. Okay, before we move on for the snow question, I do have to ask Heather something. How did you get into being an undertaker? Is it a family trade, I guess? Because I'm pretty sure it's a trade over here. I mean, I think it's like you got to go to school for it and whatnot. So did did you get into it because your parents were undertakers, or an uncle or something, or is it a family business?
Bet she lucked into it.
Did you fall into it?
Yeah, he fell into it. She just showed up on the scene of an accident one day.
I couldn't resist.
I can help out with that.
I couldn't resist. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, she probably has the same climate you do, like rain. That's what I'm saying. I think like Britain and that stuff would just mainly be rain.
Western Ireland, I would think, because they're more westernly and facing the Atlantic, they would get a lot more rain, I would think, but it would probably drift over into northern Scotland and Yorkshire, which is a bit south of Scotland. Yeah.
So if you want to answer those questions, I'm very curious about that. Did you happen to see any clips from the Super Bowl, the halftime show?
No, I heard a bunch about it, but I didn't watch any clips. No.
It's typical rap. They're singing over oh, okay. Look at that. Interesting. It was typical rap. There was a track playing, they were singing over it. But I like how there were people out there, of course, carrying on because I guess Snoop was smoking a joint right before he went out, and it's like, what did you expect?
Snoop
If
Dogg.
he hadn't have done it, we'd have been like, what the fuck's wrong with Snoop? Is he dying?
Yeah, he sold out, man.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Actually, speaking of sold out about Snoop, I don't know if we talked about this last week. I know I talked about it with somebody, but I watched an interview with him. How it was Jada Pinkett Smith was all like bleh at him because she was like best friends with Pac before he died, right? And like when Snoop was up for those murder charges, he finally he shook his head and went, "I have a kid. I can't live this thug life anymore. I can't. I have a family and stuff." And Pac was pissed at him because he sold out. And it's like, well, I'm sorry. Maybe Pac is a legend, but Snoop is a probably almost a billionaire now.
Yeah.
And living his best life, like for a kid from fucking, Long Beach. A thug who was a known Crip, and this is the life he's living.
Yeah, he's done a lot of shilling over the years, but he has never stopped smoking weed, and he's met a lot of people. He's been in a lot of projects over the years as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, the USA and Canada have varying degrees of freedom depending upon where you go. Like Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, they probably have, let's say, more freedom in certain aspects than New York and LA and, I don't know, Wyoming or Oregon. And then here in Canada, one would think that it would be uniform across the country with regards to what freedoms we have, but maybe certain provinces have certain laws that don't exist in other provinces.
So Snoop Dogg is worth $150 million.
Pretty respectable number.
Yeah. Kanye West is apparently worth $2.9 billion.
Not surprising at all.
He has clothes and stuff too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't say what Dr. Dre is, but he's up there because I know he made a big deal. He's fourth.
He's in the billion range because of
that's
the
what I thought too, because the Dre
the
beat.
headphones.
Yeah. Like, hey, so Snoop is 10. I'm gonna read these really quick. Pharrell Williams is 155 million, but he does a lot of producing and stuff too. Collaborated with lots of people. Lil Wayne is worth 158 million. That one shocks me. Dre is worth 190 million. That kind of shocks me too.
He should be worth more.
You think? Well, this could be wrong. Yeah. Okay. Apparently Eminem, and when I say this, I'm just going on Eminem's been in the game since what, 98?
Probably a little bit earlier if you count demos and stuff.
Yeah, so 220 million.
Nice.
Master P is 245 million.
Wow.
Dre is worth apparently 865 million. But see, I don't think he just owned beats on his own. I'm sure he had partners and stuff. Diddy is worth 895 million.
Jesus.
Number 2 is Jay-Z. At 1.05 million. So, and then Kanye's 2.9.
You said million for Jay-Z.
Or billion.
Yeah,
sorry,
makes sense.
Billion. Yeah, sorry, billion. So yeah, 50 Cent is worth 32 million. Birdman 95 million. Like, I don't know what the fuck these people are. Like, Jesus, I don't know. Guess I'm old. I'm out of it. I'm out of touch.
Yeah,
definitely out of touch. So
a lot of celebrities and actors as well, and this is definitely true of some of them. A lot of them get their millions, I guess you could say, not only through movies or producing credits or whatnot, but investments in various businesses or starting businesses.
Yeah.
So, and I learned that along the way, that it's with acting, it's not all just getting the role and knowing people. You got to diversify. Like, who is Josh Brolin, No Country for Old Men? While he was filming that, he was investing in various stocks. So, yeah, as an actor, you got to be on your toes with that kind of thing.
Yeah. And just so we were just talking about the halftime show, and a lot of people are saying how it was the greatest, whatever. Fuck. My favorite one still is the Prince one in Miami. Never rains on Miami, but it was just pissing.
And I heard he went out for that one.
Yeah, and he was out there, and he played. So imagine Prince playing Purple Rain in the rain, and it's just monsooning.
Yep.
And he's out there, like, and the women that were, like, I don't think the people that get enough credit, the women that were there dancing with him, like the dancers, they were in big ass heels.
That would be cold.
Yeah, and they were dancing on like a clear plastic stage, you know. You want to know what, Heather? I just say, well, maybe it is just America, but celebrity in general is ridiculous these days. Like how people become millionaires. I mean, we're doing this show. I have no delusions of grandeur. I just love doing this show. I love bullshitting. I love like we've met Heather. You know, it's mainly guys that we've mainly known most of our lives, except for really and Heather and Casey, and then with Frank pops in. But like, there are people making millions off just doing playing video games.
Yeah. Who's the biggest example?
PewDiePie was one of them.
PewDiePie, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, all the power to him. And like, yeah, it is American celebrity. What they consider celebrities, though, is pretty fucking lame. So
yeah, when it reached the level of Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian being celebrities, that's when the word has been so bastardized by that point that it almost has no meaning. Anyone could become a celebrity. Yeah, Logan and Jake Paul. I was going to get to that, Chad. Yes, because they started off on YouTube. Now they're huge into the boxing world, and good. They diversified. Good for them, and they are making bank. Good Lord.
And that's the other thing, man. If If these guys can do this, all the power to them.
Yeah.
All the power to them.
Yeah, in the US, I don't know what it is with the American mentality. There's so many degrees of difference between America and the UK in terms of everything, not just celebrity, but absolutely everything. And Trevor Gibson, as usual, gives us a like on Facebook. Thank you so much, Trevor. Good to hear from you in some capacity. Hope you're doing well. I watch, I think it's Graham Norton. I watch clips from his show on YouTube every once in a while. And he is one of those kind of celebrity talk show hosts, and maybe he does play it up, but there is something of a difference between celebrity shows and celebrity over there versus in America. America is, and I've said this before, a strange and interesting societal experiment.
And I spent a lot of time in America for like about 3 years when I was trucking. This was, back in 2007.
Yeah.
And it felt different. I mean, it's an imaginary line, but being in America felt different. And that's the thing is, like, Heather, like there's more people crammed into New York City, I believe, than there is in Canada.
There's approximately 9 million people in New York City. There's approximately 38 million, maybe close to 40 in Canada.
Okay. So I think it's the state.
It's California that has more people in that state than the entirety of Canada. And the majority of the Canadian population is close to the US border.
Yeah.
And Chad, you're exactly right. And I will quote from a song that we all know, "We're all stars now in the dope show."
Oh.
This is the prime example right here. I mean, look what we're doing.
Oh.
We are in the dope show.
Okay.
We are dopes in the dope show.
Oh, you're going to think. I don't know why it's silly little love songs are stuck in my head.
Graham Norton is fun to listen to. He's upbeat. He's pretty quick on jokes. And he always has good guests on.
Oh, yeah. Holy fucking shit.
State of California is exactly. Yes. And why?
State of California.
California. So
let's do the Karen video.
Okay.
And then we can get into we usually talk about music for a while. I fear if we start music a little earlier tonight, because we were at almost 2 hours last night. Last time we're like, okay, we need to stop because we could have kept going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So again, no script here.
39.37 million people in California.
Ooh, and I think
it's actually dropped.
Yeah, there was a great exodus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Declined by 173,000 people.
And most of them went to Texas, I hear.
Pew, 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 pew.
Where they got rail freedom, you can do whatever you want, boy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so to set up this Karen video, so you do driving for a living in your job. Now, imagine you have someone else with you, and for whatever reason, you have to stop on the side of the road in a residential area, and someone approaches your vehicle.
Don't park in front. Good! Tell them to stop parking in front of my fucking property! And that goddamn shit too! Park right in front of my fucking driveway! Go fuck yourselves!
Nobody parked in front of your driveway.
I'm not a fucking man!
Whoever you are.
This is the same thing you're doing. You're on my fucking property. I don't want you on my fucking property. You big fucking lip fuck. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm gonna call the police now, okay?
Well, good. Get the fuck off my property.
Right.
Get the fuck off my property. God damn. You know what? Give me your phone.
My phone is not recording. Hey, excuse me.
No, you just assaulted me. No. You're pushing me. You broke my ankle. You broke my ankle.
What the
You broke my ankle.
Are you on drugs or something?
Are you on drugs? Get the fuck off my property now.
Yes.
What? Who's parking? You park in front of my property.
God.
Don't park in front. Who are you servicing right now? Who are you? Stop it. Why? They're parked in front of my property.
Close the door.
He broke my ankle. He twisted my ankle. I'm calling the police on you. Fuck you.
Madison
Oh my God.
Avenue in East Brunswick. I'm trying to park in the street to do some work at a customer's house, and a neighbor came out and she just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Now she was saying, get off my property, but they are on the street, which is not her property.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. That was something.
She is definitely off her knacker.
And that happens all the time. You see videos like that where people are like, I've seen it, and I mean, it is a stereotypical video. We see a lot of it's like an African American gentleman or a gentleman of different color in a gated neighborhood, and there's the old white asshole going, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" And the guy's like, "I don't have to tell you where I'm going." And like, "Well, how did you get in here?" The owner, where I'm going to deliver this, let me in.
Yep.
Well, where are you going? It's not your fucking business. Or the one that really gets me still is that gentleman who was trying to go into the apartment, and the lady's like, "Well, how can I let you in?" He's like, "Well, move." He's like, "I have my fob, like, get out of the way." And she like wouldn't, like, "Where do you live?" He's like, "I'm not telling you where I live."
And she followed him in the elevator up to his apartment.
And got into the elevator, and while in the elevator said to this man, "Well, I'm not comfortable right now." Well, you shouldn't fucking be comfortable. You just hopped into an elevator with this guy who's just trying to go home. You know, like, if you wanted to get dicked down by the gentleman, just say, "Hey, you know, dick me down," or something. But like, don't fucking, like, yeah. And she's like, "Well, you're making me uncomfortable." He's like, "I just want to go home." You know, like, it was wild.
Security is everyone's business, and I can understand being on edge, but it's taken to a ridiculous degree at this point. And yes, Chad, mental health is a real thing. And this is why we have conspiracy theories like adrenochrome that have gone so far off the rails because of people's mental, partially because of people's mental health. Wow. Ryan,
Well,
you
yeah,
got to
look
get
where
out
he
of there.
lives. Yeah, yeah, look where you're living.
Yeah.
All you had to say was Queensway, and anyone that's been to Prince George goes, "Gotcha."
Good luck, sir.
Yeah. No
Hope
shit.
you got your bulletproof vest and your helmet.
Yeah. Do I need to read this first? I just saw something.
Chad had brought something up earlier about people. I think it was people blowing things out of proportion. So I found this. I don't know where the hell I found this on the internet, but it was recently. I think this is a Twitter post from someone who's part of the convoy. So I'll put it up on the overlay. Right now, the entire earth is focused on Canada, looking and expecting Canadians to end this global tyranny. If the Canadian government falls, all other governments will fall, and this ends. It's up to all of us to stand and resist this world tyrannical dictatorship. If we fail, Canada is going to be in a way worse position than we are now, and World War III is going to erupt. Put down your quote-unquote passports. Stop getting quote-unquote tested. It's only contributing to the problem. Think about this. A virus so deadly, the only way you know you have it is to be tested. Shouldn't you just be dead? Wrong. I was saying this how many weeks ago that people expect way different symptoms when it comes to the coronavirus. What, you want to puke rainbows or something to know you have the Rona, or what?
Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah, I want to fit that in somewhere. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you got it, Heather. Prince George. Queensway in Prince George. Yeah.
But back, so they said to end this glow. I was really sorry to cut you off there. And please continue your thought if you remember what you were going to say. But Ireland and Britain, if I'm not mistaken, and Heather can back us up, they've already lifted their mandates. So what's the tyranny? They've already done it. Half the United States didn't even put masks on from the beginning.
Yeah, but you know how many Karen videos sprang up because of that?
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
And I titled that particular picture
Yes.
Pure Idiocy.
Yes. There we go. There's our fucking bot. There's our Russian dude. Woo! Achstein min dein Pupan. Don't go to that place because it's probably not good.
No, disavow.
Yeah, Heather. That was Prince George has been around for a long time. That was way before William Sperm Pet. Yeah, long before. I was gonna say something and I lost it there.
Drink.
I got distracted by the Russian bot. Oh, I did something. Anybody that has teenage children that eat all their stuff all the time, I had the greatest day ever today.
He wasn't home?
No, he was home. But he did his own little bit of grocery shopping today. Okay, but no, he just bought some shit. Like, he bought some pop that I can't drink. But he did buy some pizza buns.
Oh.
And guess who helped himself to some pizza buns? Because that little fucker is eating so much of our shit. You know how glorious that was? And guess who's going to have another one when he's done this? Just to get back at that little fucker for everything he's ever eaten of mine.
And he's going to say,
Dad,
like, stop eating it.
Like, yo, bro, you want to fucking go? You going to eat my pizza stuff? And then I'll be like, move, bitch, get out the way. And the hell knows who's gangster.
Get out the way.
He tried me, jokingly. Like, we were in the kitchen and he's like, come on, old man. And I was like, are you sure? Yeah. And I was like, okay, let's go. And by the time things were done, I had his back. I had his hand twisted under his one hand under me in between him and his other hand pointing up into his mouth like this.
Stop hitting yourself.
And I was like, don't ever forget. And still fucking tie you up. Just because you're strong doesn't mean I can't fucking throw some fucking, I used to grapple all the time. So yeah, me and my wife are that way with our nieces and nephews. I spoil the fuck out. It's actually a good thing. Like, I mean, I miss my sister so much and I wish they lived close, but it's probably a good thing that Reese doesn't live here because she's got me wrapped around her finger and I'm fucking 14 hours or 13 hours away. Imagine if she lived here. Oh my God. She'd have a castle. And I'd financially make it work somehow. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Heather, the vast majority of my family live 2 provinces over in Saskatchewan. So I pretty much never see them. I haven't seen any of them in about 6 years now.
Wow.
Which kind of sucks, but
well, we try to make it home at least once a year. I like to go home, especially with my age. My parents are, so
yeah.
You like to make it back up there. And it's a shame because it's hard for me to get time off in the summer. I like going back for Christmas, but we talked about this last time. There's nothing to do in Mackenzie for children, and especially in the winter. Yeah. And you don't want to be stuck in a house with, fucking a ton of people. So in 1918.
Yeah, there were tons of anti-maskers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, kids in this day and age is a huge financial burden. A lot of my friends who have had kids, they're looking at their bills and like, holy shit, we should have, left the condom on or something. No, I don't know.
I love my son. He's my favorite person in the world. I even said, no matter how mad you make me, I will always love you, and you are my most favorite person in the world. But I'm so glad I only have one.
Jim Jeffries had a bit about that. I love you unconditionally, no matter what. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was.
I consider him like smoking. And, I pick him up about once an hour, and I know he's fucking killing me.
Yeah. GTs and snowing, or pardon me, snowshoeing and
hockey.
Yeah, hockey. Jesus.
Yeah, and it always bugs me when it comes to like hockey, and you see those things, and I mean it's good. There's programs like this, but the Canadian Tire, the jump or the springboard, like it's a program that you can donate to, so kids, underprivileged children, can play. Hello, Penny.
Hey, Penny, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
you know, and they got these programs to jumpstart, I think it's called, to help kids play hockey. And it's like, how about we make it not cost so much fucking money to sign up for this shit?
Yeah, registration fees, and then you have to
Yeah.
buy the equipment.
Yep. And it's actually funny, like, because Kim is my second wife, if you will, and Colin is her stepson. And we talked about having a child when we first kind of got together, right? And we watched my niece for 12 hours, I think it was. And Kim's like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Not a chance we're starting this all over. And now I'm really happy we didn't, because my kid, like, you're never done being a parent.
Yeah.
But my kid is graduating this year. So it's like, because the only thing we fight about him with is schoolwork. Just school. He hates school. So that's the biggest fight in our house. Like Christmas break and stuff like that, there's never any fights because there's no homework.
Yeah.
No schoolwork. So I can't wait. Yeah, Chadney, I believe you, because we pay almost $3 for 3 phones. So I believe you, $500 for 5 people.
That is insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
Cypress Hill's awesome. Oh, music. I'm going to share something here if you guys want to check it out. So my cousin has this video out right now on Facebook. I believe you can look it up on YouTube. It's home of Canadian country music artist Drew Gregory. And Drew, it's from a small town story of a small town farm kid who's now on the big stage. I love my cousin. He's very entertaining. We've had lots of great memories together. The last one was we jammed till about 4:00 in the morning. And he started singing Teenage Dirtbag, and then we just started adding more. Like we did Ice Ice. I think I've said this. Did Ice Ice Baby, and then Can't Touch This, and the Humpty Dance. And then he dropped back into Teenage Dirtbag after we did a bunch of fucking, yeah. And so it's always fun to get together with him at the reunions. So
rugby, hand egg, hey? Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's our football's hand egg.
Okay.
Yeah, we're hand egg. Yeah. We are definitely hand egg.
Heather, did you get badly injured to the point where it affects you today? Like you walk with a limp because of your ankle, or you're hunched over because of your back, or your shoulders all screwed up so one's higher than the other?
Hey, very serious question. When a cougar gets so old she needs a hearing aid, does she become a Def Leppard? See it dead? Because a cougar.
Yeah. Yeah. And this has been the Dad Joke segment with the Garbage Man.
As a kid, I think we've had this discussion. I think you actually said it was Weird Al. What was the first album you remember seeing? Album cover.
Oof.
Like, is there one that sticks out? It might not have been like your very, very first album, but like the one you just like, you're like, wow, you remember seeing the cover being like, holy shit.
The one that sticks with me is the Cars Greatest Hits, because it's a gray cover.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mine is Boston. Because Boston, I have to find
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So are your guys' cleats for rugby steel, or are they the hard form plastic? I'm just curious, like, because baseball players here were metal spikes, and like softball, like when I play baseball or Colin plays football, they're hard plastic. Football cleats are more like metal. I think they're kind of metal. The super hard plastic that screw onto the cleat.
Okay.
Metal.
Jesus.
Oh,
Metal.
Christ. Ow. Wow. So this was the Boston cover. I'm just trying to make it big. From 1976. This is the one Okay, why can't you? I hate fuck. Just make this full. Like, why can't this just go big? Just go big.
Jesus, Chad, you might as well be saying Bob's and vagine at this point. I know what you're trying to say.
Bulbs and vagina. Okay, I guess I gotta do it this way. Oh, fuck. But Boston, and then the cover to the Queen album, News of the World with the robot.
Never saw that one. The only one I remember is, I think, the royal blue cover, which is Queen's Greatest Hits Volume 1.
That's just the Greatest Hits album. Yep.
Yeah.
Where is that? Overlay. There we go. Boston. Yeah, this was the album cover I remember seeing first. That was a record cover. That is fucking awesome.
That is.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, Fanny. Remember last week? I think she was saying fag or something, and we twisted it.
I broke my vagina. No, anyone that gets the vagina line. So there's a movie called Sorority Boys.
Yeah.
And one of the guys gets kicked right in the balls. And he goes, "Oh, my vagina!" Because he was supposed to say balls, and he gets slapped. He goes, "Oh, my vagina!" Now, now we're going. Okay, we're going down this road now. We're on this road, Heather, with you. We're going down this road. So, do you have like cleat marks and like an Adidas mark or a swoosh, like kind of permanently engraved above your, like?
I bet she's got like a 5x4.
How awesome would it be if there was right above her cooch it said, "Just do it." That writes itself.
No, they're probably sponsored, so it says Iron Brew right above the cooch.
I got an orange drink for you, boys. Oh, and we're there. I love it. I can't believe you've never seen this album cover. I'm going to bring it up. No. So anyways, Heather, are you sponsored by Adidas, Nike?
Anal bum cover.
Anal bum cover.
Q Ryan. Hallmarks. Jesus.
Hallmarks? Oh my God. Like,
yeah, because they were metal.
So
they went right in there.
Fuck. Oh. And okay, so then the next thing did you finish playing? Like, did you kind of go like it could, like, or did it hurt that bad? Like, I don't even know.
Come on, man. That's a silly question. Of course, she downed a pint and finished the match.
Good. This was the Queen album.
Okay.
Yeah. News of the World. I like how she's half fish when she comes here. She gets very open. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Fuck. As I said it, I'm like, where's English? Can you imagine? Oh, I mean, I've been cleated before, but like just with hard rubber cleats. I've never been hit with a metal cleat. God, that would fucking hurt.
Yeah, that's for sure. Especially not only penetrating a few layers of skin, but going into the flesh and into organs and stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, that would be, oh my goodness. Ugh.
That's probably akin to trying to climb over a metal gate and falling on the top of it and splitting the old sack open. That happened to someone, I'm pretty sure.
I think I can't remember the kid's name, but I remember it happened to Morphe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, because I was trying to get away from Heather's vagina and this kid's nut sacks. I remember that happening. Internal bleed. Holy fuck.
And because they have socialized medicine, she was okay.
Yeah.
And didn't have to pay out of pocket.
Okay, so you might need your phone for this. I just happen to have my iTunes up right now. Do you have a gym list for when you work out?
What I do with the gym is I go to a YouTube channel called Brutal Music, and music is spelled MUSICK. And whoever runs that, they upload metal albums almost every day, so I just download those. So I have
okay.
no real set list.
Okay. Mine always changes. Like mine always varies. Like from some days, like there'll be a song I'll hear, I'm like, oh fuck, like I like this, it's upbeat. Or so if you don't have one, I mean, I could read mine. It won't take long for me to read it. So let me see what you think about my workout list here.
Okay.
Okay, so this, and I always just if I do listen to this, like if I'm lifting, usually when I lift, like when I'm doing weights, I'll listen to this. Like usually I just go to YouTube and watch videos when I'm on the treadmill or on the bike.
Yeah.
So this is no particular order because I said I put on a random. So first one's Master Puppets by Metallica.
Yeah, Ryan. They're I don't know if they're more blunt over there, maybe more open.
Oh, they are.
But yeah, I like it too. It's great.
I like it too. I wish more people, more women would be partiers like this. Sound like this woman would be awesome to go party with.
But I think that's part of the culture because she goes to the pub, and if you know anything about people who go there on a regular basis, they're mostly, from what I remember seeing in movies and other people, they're happy. And well, then again, it's England, so there's that cloud of sadness hanging over them all the time. So I don't know. I've never been there.
All right, second song is The Trooper by Iron Maiden. Third is Kings Never Die by Eminem. Next is Burn Brighter by Lansdowne. I just got a friend sent it to me. I'd never heard of them before. Next is The Pot by Tool. Then Bulls on Parade by Rage. Higher The Game. Pulse of the Maggots by Slipknot. Dirt Off Your Shoulder by Jay-Z. Metal Agnes by Alderbridge. That's actually Edge the Wrestler's theme song. And then The Eagle Has Landed by Avatar. That's my list.
Nice.
And it changes all the time. Like I'll add, like I had a while on there. There's a cover of Stay by a band called No Resolve. It's a heavier version of like a Kid Laredo song and a Bieber song, but they did like a metal version of it. I really liked. It was on there for a while.
Nice.
So yeah, I go, and then like I had way more hip hop before it. I got a bunch of Pac on there, you know, like, and a couple more Eminem.
I can't listen to anything but metal when I'm lifting weights. I tried it. I tried listening to hip hop and electronic dance music for a very short time. It just didn't mesh. With me, it's got to match the intensity of what I'm doing. So it's death metal.
If I'm walking, I can listen to more dancier, like some more like electronic and whatnot. But if like on walks could be, yeah, but if I'm lifting, it's metal. It's gotta be rock. It's gotta be like, it's got, not metal. I'm not a metal guy, but like my metal is like Slipknot, System, Metallica. Like that's my metal. So yeah. Itchy belly.
Yeah, with walking, Ryan, you could listen to just about anything.
Yeah. No.
Chad, you don't really need to go to the gym because when you're in the wheelchair, you could do tricep dips all day. And you don't use your legs much anyway because you're in the wheelchair. So.
Yeah, because you're old.
You're old.
You're old. And
you train the biceps by lifting heavier and heavier spoonfuls of pudding to your mouth.
Yeah, so you start at the teaspoon, then work up to the tablespoon, and then a spatula. That's what I think anyway, so.
And then every once in a while, you have your busty nurse come in. You live-in nurse. And
her name's Tammy. She's got some tig old biddies.
I can't believe he lets you talk about his wife.
What the fuck's he gonna do? I can fucking beat him and my dick at the same time. No, Chad is not a coffin dodger. No, Chad's only 5 years old. He's not even 50 yet. We just bugged the fuck out of him.
Because I think he is. No, really is the oldest among us. But
yeah, really was 9 years on Chadney. Yeah.
Yeah, really's mid-50s. Chad's a little bit above mid-40s. So we're just poking fun at him. We're putting the elbow into the ribs on old Chad. That's all.
Yeah.
Because Nick's known him so long, so I just jump on his bandwagon as if I know him that long too.
Well, you
which I
should
don't.
really. Everyone jump on the bandwagon. But he could take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old. I don't think he knows what's going on half the time, anyways. So,
36.
You're a youngin.
I was going to say, yeah, you're a youngin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're young, and we're in our 40s.
yeah, as it says in the
42 this
YouTube
year.
description.
Yeah, 42 this year. Holy shit.
Jesus.
And still rocking out, as you can tell by all the instruments. I don't play any of them. That's my instrument. Can you even see that?
I see the.
Microphone!
There it is.
Ah! Don't fall. That's that thing you always see, and I say this all the time when you see people like drop the mic. Don't drop mics. They're not fucking cheap.
No.
That one's an undisclosed amount. Because I'm not sure if she can hear me or not.
I was lucky enough to get mine, which is a condenser microphone, and a second one for little over, I think it was 120 for both because they were used. But good Lord, I've had this for a good 5 years now. This
one here, I got it at Long McQuaid, the music store, for $210 used.
Oof.
But brand new, it's $350. And then I got my other one that I really love to use, but I don't like to run my board because we always have issues. I can never get it right. But this one here, call it my Volbeat mic. I fucking love this old style look.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on sale. It was used for $100, and they're like $375. But I don't get to use it as much as I would like to.
Hmm.
Maybe if we record some of the shit, like the band were to record our stuff, then I'd use it because then I could set up my pop filter and record some shit. But
yeah, but can't live stream it because you'll get a copyright claim, which was stupid.
I couldn't believe, and which was weird. We got 2 for Bush, for Machine Head.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
We got
they're
twice.
covers.
I think I'd have to do more digging because because you see covers all the time. So I mean, there has to be something I would have to do to go on there so that we wouldn't get copyrighted.
I see a lot of people doing instrumental covers like guitar or bass or drums, but at total covers, I don't know.
But I mean, but it have to be because I've downloaded some. There's a guy who does like 80s hits. He's done like "Don't Stop Believing" and whatnot, and even 1,000 Miles in like the styles of Blink 182.
Okay.
Like he makes it sound like tonight, like you know how Tom DeLonge carries his oi when he's saying, yeah. Well, this guy does that. It sounds just like Blink, but he's got music on fucking Apple. So I don't know how. Like again, I don't understand how all that works.
I don't either.
So yeah, you got all those. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guitars behind me. I own 2 of them.
Jesus.
I got my bass and my acoustic. All the rest are fucking moon pies. Not getting ridiculous. That's Cohen's drums.
Yep.
He's actually I can't say he's been playing a little more.
Good.
But I wish, I wish he would because he's such a good drummer. And I'm not saying that because I'm his dad. Like the last band thing they had, they played everything She Does Is Magic. Great song by the Police.
Yeah.
And you could see he was right into it. Like you could, to me, and I mean, I guess I can say I'm a musician. When you watch people play instruments, especially the drums, when they're like, or guitar, like when you watch like Slash do a solo and his head goes back and he's just like this, not even looking. That's feeling the music. And Cohen gets that way playing drums. You know, he'll just start. I remember Cody Ross would be like that. He'd be playing and his head would be down and the hand would just snap out and hit the cymbal. Like it was like amazing to watch. And Cohen's like that. But the last video that I got of him playing that song, he's not looking at the music. He's got his head down. He's doing the tap on the snare and he's just playing. Like, and even the teacher, one of the teachers, the photography, I don't know what teacher she is, but she takes pictures for the school. She came over and like, "Are you Cohen's dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "He's an amazing drummer." She's like, he has so much passion. You can just watch him and see it.
Yeah.
And I love, you get to see it. And you see the way he plays. Like the other kids are like really tight when they play. They're like tight. And they're like, but he's just so loose when he plays drums. I love watching it.
You have to be loose. It's almost like you have to be an octopus having
Mhm.
all those all the symbols in front of you, all the
Yep.
different if you've got a big enough kit.
Well, he's got 3 symbols. He wants to get another one, but he has other money he has to save for the moment. So,
Hmm.
but he wants another one. But yeah, you see some people. Yeah, sometimes it's overkill on drums, and sometimes that's all they need. Like my old drummer, when we went and played at the bar or anything, he just bring his 3-piece set.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Drumming gives you a hell of a workout. There's one, and I've mentioned this song in this band before. There's a German death metal band called Oral Fistfuck. And the one song that I listen to them on repeat is called What a Mess. It's a 5-minute
Well, it would be
song.
after an oral fist fucking.
Oh, yeah. But listen to that song and pay attention to the drums, because the drummer is not only doing varying time signatures with regards to the double kick bass, but with the cymbals as well. Jesus, British culture. Good question. I like, because I'm a big movie guy, I would lean more towards their entertainment. Maybe not so much movies. What about the way they do music? When you look at some of the British rock from the 60s and then stuff that Pink Floyd has done, the new wave of British heavy metal, the way that the British take art and make it their own, but make it great. That to me is amazing. The Americans do a pretty good job themselves, but it's because they're different cultures. It's different in Britain.
The feel again, and I'm only going off movies and pictures, right? But like it would be the whole, I think, the environment of being there, and not just in Britain, in Ireland, Scotland, like just like the hills in Highlander, like the Scottish hill, like the hills, and like, again, I might be totally ignorant, but like cobblestone streets and stuff like that, and the old looking buildings. I said this last week about that place in Denmark. The picture, it was on a harbor, and it was just these little multicolored houses, like red, like and vivid colors. Like, wasn't like a dull red or yellow. Like, you're fucking like like bright colors. And it was just, and like the way it was contrasting off the water and the hill behind it was just like, that's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see. But I'm wondering if it would, seeing this in person, if the beauty would still be there. You know what I mean? Like, I would love, like, Heather, and no bullshit, I would love to like because you obviously like to go to pubs. I would love to go to a pub and just get fucking shittered in a British pub.
Get white girl wasted?
Yeah, I'll get white girl fucking Irish wasted. Yeah, and that's just at the age, like this, the splendor that is your guys' culture and country. And we really, because everything's so modern. I've asked my Irish friend to like take some pictures. Like, he's very doesn't like getting his personal life out there, right? Like, he like, and which I completely understand. I don't care. I mean, I have a YouTube show, I have a band. I'm very right, so I don't care. And man isn't, right. I'm shocked I know his name. It took me a long time even to see what he looked like, right? And I just want to see, like, even something as stupid as, like, I've seen pictures of like a McDonald's over there. It doesn't look like a McDonald's here, right? It's like kind of a mind fuck. Like, wow, it's so different. We have the same things, but they're different. It's just in the different style of life, period.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's amazing. I mean, I'm sure I could talk to my auntie, and I know she lives. Wait, I can get this right, because I asked her a question about football to see who we cheered for. Heather might appreciate this. So my auntie lives in North London. So yeah. So I'm actually Welsh on my grandmother's side, but because I asked my auntie, we're Arsenal fans apparently. I just asked. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
we're Arsenal fans. And yeah, I guess my grandfather was from Kirkham in the north of England. So yeah. But yeah.
Yes, Heather. The
Oh.
Rocky Mountains are amazing.
So here's the funny thing, Heather. For years and years, for me to go home, I have to go right through the gut of the Rocky Mountains. I mean, I'm going right up fucking Main Street. Like, if I were going, like, I'm literally going up the butt, coming out the mouth. Like, if that's how you want to look at it as the human anatomy, that's what I'm doing. And for years, the kid would not, Cohen, my son, would not look at the mountains. I'm just like, and I'm just awestruck, right? And Heather, I'll try to remember this for the show when I go home. I usually don't like stopping in the park because once you get past people, like, because there are guys that drive like 40 through the park.
Which
and
part?
All be going through Jasper up to going from like through Lake Louise and the ice fields and stuff.
Yeah.
You get past people, you really don't want to stop, right? But there's this part of the mountain, Heather. It's my absolute favorite. I never stop, and I really need to. I don't know why I just don't, because that's my mindset. You go all the way up the mountain. You go just past the ice fields. And there's actually a big walk out there where you can walk out under a big walkway, and it's all glass. You can see right down, right? And as you're at the top of the mountain, and then you come all the way down the mountain, and you go, like, to me, you're in the valley, the bottom of the mountain, and you got to climb all the way back up. I need to stop there because you're like, it's just a nice open area, and I love it. And finally, long babbling story, we're driving home, and it was just me and Cohen, and when his friend Owen was living with us, Kim couldn't come. And Cohen finally was like, Dad, these mountains are amazing. And I'm like, no shit. He was 16. I'm like, I've been telling you this now for 10 years. And both him and Owen had never seen the mountains. They didn't say shit going through those mountains. They were just like, and yeah, it is. Yeah, the Rocky Mountains are, some of the pictures are just amazing. And I see, Heather, that's the thing. I guess I can say this. The pictures do live up to some of the scenery. They do. Like, the pictures, when you're actually looking at it, it does actually live up to it. So, yeah, that would be amazing.
It's a shame that Penny's not in the chat or watching right now, because Banff, Alberta is a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Heather, it's spelled Banff in Alberta. That area is absolutely amazing. Spring, summer, winter, fall, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. It's amazing.
There are various parts of Canada that are beautiful no matter what lens you're taking the picture through.
Well,
some, it has to be the right season, I think.
Heather, I'll tell you this, and I know we've mentioned it a few times. Go look up at where me and Alex lived. And Ryan, Alex, Ryan, and Chad are all from Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Go look at the pictures. We grew up in the foothills of the Rockies. So, I mean, that says how breathtaking going through the park is when I'm still gobsmacked by the park. I mean, I've seen mountains for 42 years.
Yeah.
And I'm still just like, oh, there's Penny.
There she is. Just out of nowhere, she shows up, eh?
But yeah, Heather, you need to, even Penny, like, we're everybody in the chat right now, aside from yourself, Heather, even Corey Turner was from Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And if you just go look, that's where we lived. I don't know.
Again, and I've mentioned this before, maybe you've seen it by now. Alex and the Garbage Man Origins is the show we did in, I think, October. The thumbnail is mostly green. I took a shot from Google Earth and I used that as the thumbnail for that episode where Nick drove through Mackenzie.
Actually, here's a great picture. We were talking about. So, Chad's brother is a trained, I don't know what to say, MMA, but he was in, what is he in again, Chadney?
I think it's judo, isn't it?
Judo, but this was the last time. Me and Trevor used to wrestle all the time. And I actually kind of half-ass stood a chance. Okay?
That man has some magnificent calves, let me tell you.
Yeah. So this is what happened. This was in 2014, the last time I tried Trevor. That is him making me his bitch. Yeah. A tree crusher is exactly that, Heather. It would crush trees and make paths. That's exactly that's what it did. And we have the biggest one in Mackenzie. I almost said Tabor in Mackenzie.
Think of a big old monster truck cab, and then the wheels are just one long tube with giant metal spikes. And the thing is like 30 feet tall, and it just mows down trees.
It pushes them down. Yeah, it's just got a big bar on the front of it, and it's like, move, bitch, get out the way, bitch. Pfft, tree's gone. Here's a great picture. This was such an awesome night. I'm just going through pictures. I was gonna show, like, see if I can find some of Mackenzie, but
yeah, it is kind of wasteful. Yeah, that was 2012.
What a great night.
Yeah.
So there in the chat, Heather, on this picture, so the far left is Chris, then is Alex, then that's Ryan, that's who's in the chat in the gray shirt, then I'm the one with the blue shirt, and then second from the right is Chad in the chat, and the one beside him, the shorter one, is his brother Trevor.
Yeah, and good old Kenny Buddy on the end.
Kenny Buddy!
And who's that beside you?
That is Deaton.
Oh, shit.
And then Chris Armstrong on the end, yeah. Oh, great times.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is. That was actually Club 18.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly consider that a pub. It's just a place for I think the older folk to go and drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. Here, look at this shit, Heather. Here, you want to see some fucking winter? Ah, wait, that is a lot of mobile uploads. Man, I put a lot of shit on Facebook.
Too much. I wonder what you're going to get clipped for next.
Oh, God, who knows, right?
Yeah.
I can't go back that far.
What are you on, 79 days or 77 now?
I'm on a 90-day can't go live band, which is ridiculous. Over a fucking something I thought was pretty funny, actually. Your photos. All right. My photos. Wait. Albums. Profile. Mobile. Wait, what about cover ones? There, cover ones will have a picture of... Okay, so... This picture here, Heather, is looking down. Now, the kid that's as wide as a house is my son. That's my niece in the yellow, my nephew in the yellow. My niece is on the far left, and that's Cohen's friend in the black shirt. If you look right over the book, like that is the town of Mackenzie, right in the middle between the two, the black shirt and the blue shirt. That's our town. Snowmobiling is a fucking blast. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I never went snowmobiling. Actually, once I did with Jeremy Barton, and that was in grade 8. Stayed over at his place the night, and we went out snowmobiling. It was fun. One time, this was on the Greece, Italy trip in 1997. I think we were in Rome. I think we were staying in Rome, and we got this, I don't know, carriage or whatever it was, and there were two girls in the front and I was in the back, and they just hauled ass through, I don't know, a downtown or a pretty populated part of Rome. I was going to fall off a time or two. It was fun. What? When was this?
This was a Halloween party, and I am dressed as a nun. The bass player is dressed as a Spartan, and then Robacris didn't dress up. But I am a nun. Oh, God, I was so... That fucking night, whoo! Let me fucking tell you what. I was pretty fucking drunk.
It's jujitsu that
Jiu-jitsu?
The younger brother is into, yeah.
Oh, he jujitsu'd my ass.
I imagine he knows some grapples. Is that how he got you down?
Oh, he just. Oh, fuck, look at this, dude. Wow, I can't look at this right now. Where the hell? Oh, this is at Ryan's parents' place. God, we're so dumb.
How many years ago?
9. Look at the cans.
Wow.
Like, and you're drinking just Kahlua.
Well, of course.
I'm drinking beer. Everyone's drinking beer. Like, you used to smoke in houses, and you're just drinking a bottle of Kahlua. Like, can you see my mouse moving on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you're just drinking a bottle of fucking Kahlua.
Yeah, back in my drinking days, I remember at one of Trevor's parties in the basement, I would start with half and half orange juice and vodka, and not the Russian vodka. I think it was maybe it was Smirnoff. Yeah,
I'm
half and
not a
half.
vodka guy. God damn.
Molson Canadian. Well,
I don't drink beer anymore. Really, I'm a rum guy.
but between what were the Canadian brands? There was Molson Canadian.
Molson Dry. I drank Molson Dry. That's what I liked.
I wasn't much of a beer guy.
No.
Although at Gattega, I think I had a case of Lucky. Ryan remembers that, I think.
You remember? Ryan remembers.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Yeah.
God damn it.
God, do you remember that? Oh God, that was such a. Oh, there's a look at an old rig. I'm just here. This is what I used to drive before I started before I became a garbage man. I was a snowplow operator. There's my tuck. There's my tuck. Unit
tuck.
69. All right.
Yeah.
Ow. God, I was like, I'm a fat fuck now, but God, I was a real fat fuck back then.
You said it, not me. Now we're going to cancel you for fat shaming yourself.
Yeah, look at this. Was an awesome picture. So one of our foremen got this picture for me. This is me plowing the highway. And not your mom. Oh!
That was after the shift. Oh!
Yeah, I was moving white stuff all right. On her back. I saw a tweet went out. Someone's like, it was this tweet that someone asked, what do you say to somebody when they ask you when are you going to have kids? And this woman replied underneath of it said, when he stops coming on my back and my tits, or my face and my tits. I was like, yeah, like young lady said that. I was like, that is fucking amazing.
That's like that question on, I think it was either the Dating Game or the Gong Show. Where's the strangest place you've ever had sex? And she replies, in the ass?
In the anal, yeah.
And there's a straight 30 seconds of laughter, and it's on the husband, and he's just shaking his head.
Yeah. That was good, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Ryan would say nice to that. Attaboy.
Nice.
He hasn't changed at all.
Nope. What else I got here? Photos. Those were cover photos. Albums.
Ryan, do you watch on your computer, or are you like Sarah in that you watch us on a TV? Sarah's usually busy on Thursday nights now, if I remember.
Yeah. Reese has to. She has Ring It. There it is.
Ring It. Yeah.
Ring at. Trying to find some more, but go around and look, Heather. You'll find shit.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah.
Watching on the big screen. Attaboy.
Nice. Here, when someone tell this, I think
glorious waste of time.
We need more signs like this, I believe, everywhere. Oh, fuck. I love it. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Enough of that bullshit. Fuck. Oh. All right. Do we want to give a song here before we start wrapping this shit up?
You can give a song. I got a movie or two.
A song, eh? What have I been listening to? I did that one already. A song. So the one guy that I'm doing the folk songs with wants to do this song, and it's by Floggin' Molly. It's called Drunken Lullabies, If I Ever Leave This World Alive. Yeah.
It is pretty, yeah.
The one, Morphe Lake, I think is pretty clean. Well, Wilston Lake, the big man-made lake, is not clean.
No.
Not at all. So, and movies, Mr. Alex?
Oh, well, if people like movies and they're not tied to, let's say, rom-coms or comedies in general, there's a German movie from 1983, kind of disturbing. It's called Angst. And it is, to my knowledge, the first movie that has first person following perspective. And what I mean by that, if you've ever seen, you've probably seen movies where the main character is usually a young guy, is drunk, and that the camera's on him and it follows him wherever he turns. This was the first movie, I think, to ever have that kind of first person perspective. 1983, Angst. There's another one, The Last Duel.
Somebody, future world champion of the galaxy, Dewey Robson watched that. He said it was a horrible piece of shit.
The Last Duel?
Yeah, he said it was fucking god awful. Speaking of that, before Alex drops his next movie, February 25th, 26th, doubleheader. Pure Power Wrestling is in Tabor Friday night, Saturday night, Pure Power Rumble in Lethbridge. Get your tickets. Let's go watch PPW Cruiserweight Champion, future World Champion of the Galaxy, Dewey Robson, do his thing.
Nice. Jesus, for being Canadian, I looked at some of the lists for top Canadian movies, like top 10, top 25. I have seen very little. And that's kind of sad, considering in 35 years, I've seen a little over 4,000 movies. Not that many Canadian, a whole lot of American movies, unfortunately. A few Canadian films. I imagine Adam McGoyan and David Cronenberg, maybe even Brandon Cronenberg, have got an entry or two in there. Do you know which ones? What are you referring to?
Pudding flavors.
From 1986, I think it's a German movie as well. It's a thriller. It's called In a Glass Cage. So think of people being stuck or confined in iron lungs, and it's kind of like that. There's another one, I think it's an American movie from 1987 called Anguish. Michael Lerner's in that one. That's a movie within a movie kind of thing. It's very good. Horror movie, I think. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Ask her on your own fucking time, bitch. Trailer Park Boys.
Sweet. Yeah, go ahead.
Heather, you need to watch Letterkenny. I'm late to the party on that, Heather, but if you have Crave, or if you can find it on the internet somewhere, watch Letterkenny. There's lots of Canadianisms in there, for fuck's sakes.
The Sweet Hereafter is from 1997. That is pretty good. It's a drama. Passchendaele, in my opinion, was a terrible piece of trash, directed by Paul Gross. But if you like war movies, then that's like a glorified war movie. Trailer Park Boys. I've not seen the movie, but I've seen some of the TV shows. Strange Brew is a classic Canadian comedy.
Which is actually filmed up in Prince George at the brewery.
Oh, shit.
If I remember correctly.
Haven't seen Eating Raoul.
Me neither.
Is on Hulu. Nice.
Now, I just popped up scrolling through Facebook. This is Meanwhile in Canada, website on Facebook. So it says, understanding Canadians. Yeah, no equals no. Yeah, no, for sure equals yes. And that is very true. That is very fucking true. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so where are we at now?
A whole lot of pictures I could put up on the overlay, which don't really apply at this point. Probably just blow them away. Yeah.
All right, wrap the shit up, bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, with regards to masks and stuff, even though the restrictions are starting to ease worldwide in various parts, Nick and I were talking about the Canadian women's hockey team when they were facing off against Russia not too long ago. And apparently they were wearing masks for I guess it was one period, but anyone who has played hockey on ice knows that it's not the breeziest sport. You do have to put in some athletic prowess. And if they can wear masks for a period, then we don't want to hear people complaining about having to wear a mask in a grocery store ever again, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Hold on. Dreamcatcher, Reindeer Game. Yep, all filmed in Prince George. Yeah, I remember Reindeer Games. There was hype around that.
Yes, Double Jeopardy. Yes, you did put Double Jeopardy. So.
Yeah, Reindeer Games. Yeah, I think that was John Frankenheimer film, Reindeer Games, with good old Ben Affleck and Charlize Theron.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a great show, guys.
And we said we weren't going to go 2 hours, and we're approaching the 2 hour mark.
Well, we're not there yet, so we wrap it up in 3 minutes. We're good.
Yes. Okay, so as usual, at this point, we say thank you to everyone who is here, past and present. Good old man Lissick and the liberal media. Drink. Ryan. Jesus, and they dominated the chat. Aside from Heather, James Bond is British. I'm sure the newest iteration of James Bond will be female or maybe something else. Dad was here. Penny was here. Mr. Corey Turner was here as well. I think there was a Russian bot here. Don't go to that website.
Yeah, don't go to that website. Oh.
And I think that's it.
We're done.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here
every time,
as always. And Chad as well. We're keeping you up past your bedtime. I'm sure your nice little live-in nurse will help tuck you in.
All right.
All right. And for everyone else, we will be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Peace.
It's a shame Really wasn't here because Really made a good comment as we were leaving. His comment was...
Blaster Brody.
What?
I said Empa Blaster Brody. Where the fuck has he been?
Yeah. I guess he has... Well, that's what you get for having a family.
Good morning, Heather. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next week. I hope.
And as Really Mysterious left a comment as we were going out last week, this is better than Cheers where everybody knows your name. Yes, this is our little, I guess, corner or spot, if you want to call it, on YouTube and Facebook. And we're glad that everyone is here, including Heather, who has joined the fold. So thank you all very much. And we shall return.